Good morning. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, March 4th, and I am your morning witch. So today I want to talk about how pop culture influences our lives and where it comes from. And yeah, I know some of you are like, duh, Amber, pop culture, popular culture, it's TV shows, it's movies, it's stories, and where do they come from? You know, most of us are affected greatly by that which we learn in pop culture. It either spurs on interests, helps us learn more about interests, helps us have broader thoughts on interests that we have just through fantasy and imagination purposes. And it's not just the TV shows and the movies and the books that shape us, even though those stories come from way older places. So you really have to look into it, because even when you go back, you have to keep going back, because these stories all relate back to the beginning, back to the stars. And the stars are the gods, and it's how you access the gods. So it's really important to learn about. Okay, before my crazy scares you off too much, music, the pop culture of music, is something that is incredibly important to most of us that enjoy music, but also music itself was the original measure of things, the original numbers, and the original way to access the gods. Through music, the act of making music, we started having a measurement for time and space. We started having numbers that go along with things, such as the planets or the distance of stars and the earth, and all these concepts that one would think that early man couldn't have made connections for, but they did. That's why we are what we are. And you know what? Let's just cover, going back to yesterday and the I'm mad as hell and we're just not going to take it anymore. Music, it shapes us because all media is propaganda, and that includes television, movies, music, and our governments make sure that we are given certain pieces of information through that pop culture, so that without them having to propagandize us, they still propagandize us. Excuse my husband gurgling. But my point overall is, look into the pop culture that you're interested in. Look into how it shapes your interests, how your interests are shaped by the pop culture, how your interests are affected by the pop culture, and look deeper into those stories. I promise you, it'll go further back than you thought. Maddie and I, for Witches Talking Tarot, covered some fairy tales, and then I learned more about them today that blew my fucking mind, and my mind had already been blown when she and I looked back.